Hello, happy Sunday. I hope that everybody is having an amazing day out there. So, I was just having a conversation with somebody who is registering for the group coaching and the retreat. And the question was coming up about, like, where do we really go in this? What is the outcome? What can I expect from participating in the retreat or in this group coaching experience? And I said, you know what? Sort of piggybacking off of yesterday or last night's recording, is that it really starts with facing the inner truth. And more often than not, and I've seen it over my 20 years of helping to guide and educate clients from all ages and all genders, is that it really boils down to facing the inner truth, or the big why, the why inside. And that's very, very difficult for so many people. And this is my love. This is where I just really turn on my jam and the passion and the love for what I do, and my way of what I call myself a movement intuitive, because I really work to help clients pull out what that inner truth is. Because for many, many of us, and again, I've seen it over and over, is that so much of our inner truth has been suppressed and buried and crushed because we feel like we have to prove to others, or especially now with our very social media driven society, is that we are looking outward to try to maybe find some answers. But I always say the answers are all within each and every one of us, not outside of us. It all starts within. And I take that into the movement practice. So, as a master Pilates instructor, I had to learn a lot of inward training. And one of my readings that I had to read many years ago was The Inner Game of Tennis. It's an amazing book for anyone, even if you're not a tennis player. But it is, of course, along the same line of really getting into the inner game, which is the inner truth from my perspective. Because if you're living out of your truth, nothing is going to work. There's not going to be an exercise program that works, a diet that works for you, a relationship that works for you, a job that works for you. You're always going to run into hardships, difficulties. And then that often leads us into the victim land of, saying I'm a victim and it's everybody else's fault. We've seen that all too often. So, what I shared with this friend who is considering joining the group and the retreat is that it is a beautiful inner discovery opportunity. And I find that working in groups is where you start to pull out your inner truths, because we all learn from mirroring others, and we all learn from being in a community. It is very, very difficult to go live isolated, like I've been really immersed in the Netflix series Alone, and just watching the difficulty of the participants and how they are having to just have inner conversations. Now, I'm not saying that that's a bad thing. I actually am a huge, huge fan of taking on some silent time and retreat time just for yourself. But in a setting when you're really working on trying to develop anything, if it's an exercise routine, if it's more a nutrition routine, then it really works best if you are working with a community, working with a group. So that is where I lead my group, and that is helping you to find your inner truth. Just as I shared yesterday, it's finding your breath. It's not a trademarked breath or working from somebody else's perspective, just to pull out one example. And it's helping you to discover and be comfortable with what you discover inside, because that's what I again have found over many years, is that it's very, very difficult for many people to look inward because it's just too uncomfortable. We don't like what we see inside because we have suppressed, maybe numbed a lot of very negative emotions that we experienced, maybe in childhood. And it's not trying to go back and do, just a whole psychological redo. It is helping you to get comfortable and say it's okay and pull out whatever may have happened to you in terms of a traumatic experience or just a negative experience that left you in a bad place. So I was talking with some folks not long ago, much younger, and I was talking with the female, and she's in her early 30s, and she was saying that in her relationship, she was really working to be patient because she has been with her partner now for many years. When I say many years, I think I forgot, it was maybe, let's just say 6 years. And it's learning to cultivate patience while she allows him to process and discover his comfort in making that commitment. Now, some may say, well, wait, if he can't make that commitment now, then, something's wrong here. He should be making that commitment. But what was discovered is that he had been in a very long-term relationship for 13 years or so, and found out that his fiance towards the end there was not being faithful. And that really turned his jaded his experiences with relationships. Therefore, he's treading cautiously. So it's the same that applies to helping you to discover whether it's movement or whether it is a relationship or whether it is your performance in work. In my perspective, it all is the same. And it takes really taking the time to go inward and finding your truth. Because if you're trying to operate on somebody else's truth, it's not going to work, and you will continue to find suffering knocking on your door. And then you wonder why? Why me? Why me? So I encourage you to hop on a call with me if you would like to explore where you are, and if you're interested in maybe tapping into your inner truth, and I want to hear. So I encourage you to schedule a call. It's meetwithlauren.me, and let's just chat it out. Let's talk it through, because I am launching this program that is going to start. The first group starts this month. And this is a one-time only, where those that register for this coaching group, this August group, is that you are then eligible to join me for a week in Italy in the fall. So I would definitely recommend hopping on a call with me if that is at all of an interest. And the retreats are there as well. So you can do the retreat separately, or you can do the 6-month coaching with me. So again, just hop on a call. Let's explore where you are right now in your life, and we'll take it from there. We'll see if it's a fit for you. So for now, I'm going to sign off. I hope you guys make the rest of your Sunday amazing. Start off your week strong. Start off your week conscious strong. Tap in a little bit or a lot inward so that you can discover your inner truth. You're often surprised. You will be surprised. I'm often surprised at what I see, where I find clients discovering the truth they never even realized was there. And it's quite beautiful to experience. So again, jump on a call with me, meetwithlauren.me. And again, signing off for now. Ciao.